you just can't prepare yourself, I don't think. My very first thought was, am I going to die? Oh, goodness. I don't think you can really prepare yourself for what's about to happen. My journey started in late November. I was very adamant about doing self-checks. My best friend Amy, her mother passed away when we were 10 years old of breast cancer. So I was always very adamant about doing self-checks. And one day I was in the shower doing a self-check and I was fine. The next day I didn't take a shower because I wasn't dirty. The next day I did, and there was a very, very prominent lump. So prominent that it really kind of scared me, and I called my doctor. She got me in that Monday, and we made an appointment for a mammogram with possible ultrasound. Got that done, and then radiologist came in and said it's not a cyst. No, December 30th, I had a biopsy, and then February 26th of 25, I had a double mastectomy followed by chemo. The type of breast cancer that I had was called invasive ductal carcinoma, triple negative breast cancer. That is the most aggressive form of breast cancer and also has the highest reoccurrence rate. So in the back of my mind, I was thinking for a while, even though I was very positive that I may not beat this because it's the most aggressive form and can spread, even though I had my surgery first. But I think it was at the end of my chemo, and my doctor was pretty positive, and she told me, she said, you're gonna beat this. You're great. Your scans look great. Everything looks great. And then when I had my final PET scan, that's when I knew that I did beat it. Because I don't think I really thought that I was going to beat it, to be honest. But that last scan, I knew I did, and I'm thankful for that. Scared, obviously. My very first thought was, am I going to die? You hear that word, and it's scary, especially since like I said, my best friend's mom passed away when we were young, and I've known a few people that have passed away, and it's scary. And that was my first thought was, am I gonna die? My second thought was, oh my goodness, what about my family and my children and my grandchildren? I'm sure they were very scared. I think they were trying to stay calm for me because I was a wreck thinking that my world was over. I think they were just very scared, but they were there for me 100%. I really don't remember much for a couple days after that other than just being really scared. Um, but I had my family with me, and they were scared. Um, Luckily, my family physician is also a very good friend of mine, and she kind of helped me by just telling me what's going to happen and got me into all my doctors within a week. It went very fast. So I didn't really have time to prepare myself, but my doctors did, and I had a great team of surgeons, and my oncologist was great. Going through chemo, the day of chemo for me wasn't bad. It was the aftermath, because chemo day, you're pumped with pre-medications that kind of help you calm yourself. They give you nausea meds. So on day 3 through 6 is when it kind of really hits. I would have a lot of nausea and, sickness, fatigue, real bad fatigue. And that's something that wasn't explained to me, the fatigue part. And it's not just being tired, it's a whole nother level of being tired. um, and then that's when some of the side effects, the bone pain, I had some bone pain, which is pretty debilitating and landed me in the hospital after my first treatment. I did not have to do radiation only because I feel like I'm very lucky because I did find it so quick that it was small and they got it all out and the chemo took care of it as well, so I didn't have to have radiation. So that was amazing. With positivity, I just tried to stay as positive as I could. I'm not going to say I didn't have any mental breakdowns because of course I did. There were days that I would lay in bed and I would cry because my body hurt. The toll that it takes on your body. I gained a lot of weight due to having been on steroids from April until August. And but I just tried to stay as positive as I could and just laugh at myself in the mirror. But there were days that I would cry and they weren't so good. But I just tried to stay positive. And my mother, she was my biggest cheerleader, my biggest confidant. She just held my hand the whole time. And the days that I would be in bed and just would cry, and after my first treatment, when I got put in the hospital, I had told her, I said, I'm done. I'm not doing this because that bone pain was so debilitating that uh, it was horrible. And she held my hand and she said, "You're not giving up. We're doing this. We are doing this." And I said, "Okay." you know, but like I said earlier, I have a lot of friends that stood by me. So it wasn't only my mom, my best friend, Amy, and my grandchildren. I had a lot of great support. Um, my faith has got me through it. I'm gonna say that I am closer to God than what I was before. I was never a very big spiritual. Not saying I didn't believe in God, because I do. But I think I prayed every single day, every single night. I still do. I still pray for the people, my friends that are going through it, my friends Linnea and Faye and Whitney. It's definitely brought me closer to God and my faith. And that's not something I share very lightly. I would tell anybody that's been newly diagnosed to have faith. Try to stay as positive as you can. Talk to people that have been in the same boat as you, and they can do it. You can do it. Have faith and rely on people to help you get through it, because you're definitely going to need people to get you through, and they will.